Hey, welcome to Spirit Soul Sense. I am Shareece, and I want you to join me in this gratitude post. So comment something that you're grateful for down below. I am going to be listing off a few things that I'm grateful for right now as it relates to cooking. So I've been sharing a lot more videos of me cooking on my personal social media. I cook almost every day, maybe 5 or 6 days a week, breakfast and lunch for my son. I don't eat breakfast, but dinner I cook like every day. Fridays, pizza night, but I generally cook all the time. And I didn't teach myself how to cook. And so I was just reflecting on like how I got to where I am and the people who have influenced me that I just want to share and say out loud. So I have to say my mother, because I mean, even though she's from St. Thomas, she raised me, and you know, it was her kitchen that I started in, and I watched her cook every day. And so that's really like, I mean, it starts, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? So that is like my number one person. I love my mother. And then my godmother's sister, Miss Lenore. I think she's like the ultimate like home chef kind of person. I learned how to cook just by watching her cook. She's the kind of person who eyeballs things. She's been cooking so long that she does not need a recipe. I use a recipe sometimes still. And she can just like put things together. And like, that's it. I have helped her cook before, but she is incredible. I mean, has made a living off of cooking. Incredible. And not to my knowledge has had any formal training besides, you know, cooking for her family and like learning to cook from the matriarchs in her family. Another person that I think of often is Sister Moorhead. She is the sister of my former pastor, and one Thanksgiving I went over to her beautiful home and she taught me how to cook like Thanksgiving food, and it was incredible. Like, I learned baked macaroni and coleslaw, and I still use those recipes right now. And she didn't have like a recipe printed out. She was like, put this much, mix that up. And like, that has stuck with me. It has stuck with me. It's like solidified in my mind, the whole experience. I absolutely love cooking, and I love feeding people, and I love people being happy and pleased with what I cook. So like, I'm so thankful for the women in my life who have helped me. A couple of celebrities that have been kind of important to me, because I also have a sister who is a better cook than, I mean, she cooks more intricate, more complex. She's more creative in the things that she cooks than I am. And she bakes a lot too. I'm not that much of a baker because, well, I try to stay away from white flour. But she used to watch the cooking channel like all the time. That was like her thing. When we were kids, it would be, Shareece, do we have to watch this? Do we have like, and it was always like cooking, something about cooking. But I'm really glad, because Alton Brown is like one of the most influential people like when it comes to cooking, because he has like merged science and cooking, and like, we're science people. So it just, everything he says just makes so much sense. I'm like, he's still doing cooking shows and like all that stuff. He is very smart, and so like the science behind cooking, you know, I've actually really thought about when it comes to my cooking. And then the other person would be Rachel Ray. So Rachel Ray had a show called 30-Minute Meals, and I typically cook in 30 minutes. And like, watching her go from start to finish, actually eating in 30 minutes was like, I can't do that. I do not have to be in the kitchen for an hour and a half. You know, for certain meals, depending on the prep and all that stuff, you definitely need more time. But when I'm cooking dinner, like Monday through Thursday, like, I am cooking 30-minute meals. I'm just spending my time in 2 or 3 pots, cooking something that's ready in like 30 minutes, like for real, for real. And so I think she's great. I think she's just a lovely person. And I am just so grateful these people exist and came together to help me become the person, cook that I am right now. And oh, I also wanted to say, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you like my content, if this is not your first video, if you've been coming back for more, please subscribe. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. I was very thrilled and happy and grateful when I saw that I reached 100 subscribers. I believe in celebrating all the little wins, you know, so that one day when it's 1 million, I can think about like, I was at 100. And I was so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that so many of you are enjoying it and are engaged and liking and commenting and sending me emails. I really, really appreciate it. You can also comment down below on this video if there is something in particular that you would like me to talk about. I've been asking more people, more friends right now, some different topics because I have like a long list, but I also want to cover some stuff that you are interested in right now. So let me know, and thank you for watching.